Good morning, everyone. Just a brief podcast on Anmol and my trip to Echuca, Moama, from the 4th of April to the 6th. It was a lovely two-night trip. We stayed at the High Street Motel, left Melbourne at 11:56 for Echuca, and we had Anmol driving all the way to Echuca. Long drive. If there was any concern about the whole trip, I'll say it at the outset, it was just the driving, because there is no freeway or highway. Oh, well, there's a highway partially, but otherwise it was great. We took the Heathcote exit and
we went to Kyneton, then then a few roads around there, and then we got on the Midland Highway, which took us the rest of about 40 minutes there.
Yes, and we had a toilet break
In Elmo.
So what did you think of the drive, Anmol?
We also drove through Rochester.
Wow. Okay. Yes.
Which is a town that got hit pretty badly with the floods. Remember the lady on the boat was saying?
Yeah. And some huge properties on the way we saw. Some huge farmlands.
Yeah.
And the weather was great. It was perfect, in fact. And we passed the Campesi River and got to the American Hotel.
Yes.
In
We
Echuca.
went to the American Hotel in Echuca,
Just missed out on lunch, but that's not a problem. We had some. What did you have for lunch, Anmol?
Initially when we got to the American Hotel, we just had a drink there because the lunch had already stopped serving.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. So we had to wait until a bit later to eat.
Yes. And then we checked in. We had a couple of issues with the TV, but once that was sorted, we had a lovely time in Echuca.
Well, the Foxtel ended up working, but obviously we spent a lot of the time outside. So we ended up going to the boat ride, the Murray, what do they call it? The Murray,
paddle steamer?
the bridge,
Oh,
the paddle
yeah.
steamer.
Yes.
What's the name of the river there?
Murray River.
The Murray River, yeah.
Yes.
Yes. So we got the boat ride in the Murray River. We did that. We went for a walk in the adjacent area where they had the antique shops and the souvenir shops.
Yeah.
And we had a look at a lot of the things there.
Well, what did you think of Echuca and the port of Echuca by itself? It was really antiquated and
The buildings were nice. It was a bit of an old school town. The buildings a bit like Ballarat.
Yeah.
In some areas of Ballarat, but one thing I liked about it was our accommodation was like right in the middle of town, so everything was like walking distance. All the restaurants where we went to,
thank you. Go to Anju. Just thanks, Anju, for booking that accommodation. Very
We also
well.
got this mug.
Oh yeah, one of the souvenirs you got from Echuca.
Yeah,
That's a mom's cup from Echuca from Anmol.
yeah, that was a good one. We got at the shop there, and then the chocolate shop. That was near the chocolate shop actually. Or was that in the chocolate? No, that was a different shop.
We got some chocolates and a
Yep.
present for Khushbu as well. Yeah.
We had some Italian food. I had Italian food on the first night.
Mm-hmm.
There was a McDonald's nearby as well. There was.
That was Dad's food, McDonald's.
There was the sort of the shopping precinct was on one side that we found when you went to Specsavers. We went to that shopping district.
Yeah.
And on the other side was more the food district, but both were walking distance.
Yes. Very nice town, very friendly people. We had a lovely time. A great thank you to Anmol for coming along the trip with me. It was very, very relaxing for a change for me and relieved a lot of my stress.
And also we went to New South Wales.
Oh yes, across the border. That's where we entered Moama, isn't that right?
Yeah, that's right. So Moama is the town adjacent to Echuca, so it's a border town. Echuca's on the Victorian side, Moama's on the New South Wales side. We went into Moama. We went to the shopping mall there. We saw sort of the main strip of town there. It's a bit of a smaller town than Echuca.
Yes. And but it was I think a lot of the tourists to Echuca would come from New South Wales, I think.
Yeah, and Melbourne though as well.
And Melbourne as well, I think.
Yeah.
But lovely trip all up. Like I said, helped me relieve a lot of my stress. And I wanted to thank Anmol for taking the time out and making the trip with me. I really appreciate that. And it was, great trip overall. Way back, we came back via Bendigo. And Anmol drove from Bendigo, so I did do the bit of driving from Echuca to Bendigo, which was quite nice. And then we had a lovely drive back home. And now I'll let you continue with this podcast with your mom
Yeah.
on your